Hello, YouTubeLand. This is weird. I haven't done any videos for YouTube in a long time. This is a completely new channel. And even up to most recently, I was used to doing videos with Chris and mostly collaborations, and at least there was another person here. And this isn't going to have much format. I tried to look up some things for your first video to entail, but it ended up just kind of making me nervous anyway, so I can't really say that it helped. But this is my first video, and it's not going to be amazing regardless, to be honest. So I'm not going to worry too much about editing and a cool poppy intro, because that'll all come in time. This is just going to be a quick, brief introduction if I can stop talking so much about other stuff. But, my name is Des, or you can call me Des. I mean, that's not my full legal name, but, yeah. I like music. I decorate cakes and stuff. I like making food for people. If you knew me in person, I'd probably be trying to make you eat cupcakes all the time and stuff. If you were ever on a diet, you probably wouldn't like me, because I'd be like, brownies, I made you brownies. I don't know, but I'm trying to keep my hands out of in front of my face, because that's just something I do. I don't know, never mind, I'm not gonna go into it. But yeah. Right now, I'm in my living room. This is a new apartment. It is the 23rd of September, and I moved in on the 9th, which was also Friday. So it's been about 2 weeks, I believe. Yeah, I've only been here for 2 weeks. So it's very new. I'm just living on my own for the first time, ever. Fully on my own. For those of you who know me, you know that Chris, my husband, is in the Army right now. He's in basic training and then going to his advanced individual training, which is specific to his MOS. And he will be gone until about May, early May. So we've got about 9 months. Right now, my intent for this channel is to be a way to connect with people, a way to express myself, and I don't know, just to reach out to the community and hopefully make some good friends and be able to talk to people. Mine just really isn't for the money because I just don't expect that. It's really to, I don't know, just put myself out there, and hopefully I can reach people and be a positive influence on them in some way. Talk about some of the things that I've had to deal with in my life, and hopefully bring light to others, because sometimes it's really difficult to keep going, and it's always refreshing to meet someone who can relate to you and you can correspond with them on a certain level that you can't with everyone else, you know. And that's one of the interesting things about music. Sometimes there are things and feelings that you have and you can't put it into words, and someone else can put it into music and give you something that you can relate to, and something that, I don't know, helps you to not feel so alone. And it's one of those special things where someone can either just do it for the money, or they can truly put their passion into it, and it can really change the life of another person, you know? But I feel like I've rambled a lot for the first video, but quick, short blurbs. I'm gonna have to try to remind myself to not talk so much. I'm attending church. There's a church right down the way from me, a hop, skip, and a jump, called Fielder, right down the street. I am a first soprano. I don't know exactly my vocal range. I literally just started singing like maybe a year ago. Chris was actually the one who got me into singing, and I mean, I always liked singing, but I was so self-conscious that I would never sing if anyone could possibly hear me, which pretty much meant that I was never singing my full capability because I was so self-conscious of someone hearing me and either being bad and getting laughed at or being good and someone thinking that I was just conceited and full of myself. So I don't know, there's just always these like rules and rhymes and reasons on why I shouldn't sing or couldn't sing or whatever, you know. And one day I was actually singing in the car with Chris, and he was like taking me home from a date or something, and he was like, "You have a beautiful voice," and I was just so embarrassed. I just stopped and I like clammed up, and he was like, "Wow, I wish I hadn't said anything," but I don't know. It took a lot of time for him to break me out of my shell, and I know that I'd probably never be doing this if it weren't for him um, giving me that initial boost. Because even if you feel like a very independent person and a very confident person, it had to have stemmed from somewhere. There had to have been someone who believed in you, whether it was a parent or a friend or a teacher or coach or even someone from a band, you know, who just said that, you know, you don't deserve to be oppressed or depressed and there's potential in you. Don't listen to anyone who says you can't do it. And even if it was just that one thing that gave you the initial confidence to believe in yourself and feel that you were worth it, I feel that often times it takes someone else seeing the um, potential in you before you can see it in yourself, you know? Um, so I ended up singing in a choir at a church I used to attend, and I found out a bit of my vocal range because we were trying to sing a song, and I kept wanting to go higher, you know, but I was so embarrassed I wasn't like doing it. I don't know if anyone else has ever done this, but sometimes when I'm singing a song, um, if I hit or if a song has like a certain high note, I would just stop and not even try to sing it, you know, or I'd just try to sing it and just be funny about it, you know, and I wouldn't really try. Um, but the lead worship pastor, Bryce Dooley, I think, um, he actually heard it and he was like, you know, you might be a soprano. And I was like, what? And like, I had no idea because I mean, I was like 20 and I'd never like officially, professionally sang or done anything. I never took choir or anything like that. I just, from a young age, really just thought I couldn't sing because someone had made fun of my voice. But the reason was because I had sang it all in falsetto. So I think even as a kid, I knew what was comfortable for my voice, you know? But I feel like I'm rambling a lot. It's at 8 minutes already. Um, Long story short, I ended up singing with the choir. I didn't really ever have one-on-one training. I just tried to like match what everyone else was singing by ear and what I thought that they were singing. Um, I got my first guitar from my grandmother when I was about 13. She got me a little guitar, like $50 at a pawn shop. Like it was missing strings, it was beat up. No, someone hadn't taken care of it. There were some strings on the wrong like pegs. I mean, I don't even know what happened to that guitar. Um, and I still have it, but it ended up getting broke recently. I dropped it and like the neck of the fretboard ended up like, I don't know. I really want to try to fix it and get it back in working order. I mean, I super glued it together and clamped it together. I just haven't wanted to put any strings on it and put tension on it because it would break my heart if that was just completely broken. So right now I have 4 guitars. Actually, one is Chris's. One is my husband's. I've got 2 acoustics, 2 electrics, and one of each is broken. The electric that works is his, and the acoustic that works is mine. Well, 3 of them are mine, so. But both of them have amp capabilities, which is really cool, even the acoustics. So if I wanted to play like at church or something, I mean, I could, and I could hook it up to an amp. I even have a cord. I got like a really cheap cord online at Amazon, or I think it was Guitar Center. I think it was at Guitar Center. But yeah, you could buy like a really, really cheap cord for like $4 or $5, and it's only like a 3 foot cord, which is really the only thing that I need at the moment. But I was just like thinking ahead. Let me get a 20 foot cord so that I could actually use it on stage if I needed to. It was only $10, so it really isn't bad. It really isn't, and they should last for like years, you know. And I have this like little tiny Honeywell amp that I also got at Guitar Center that was like $20. And it has like a belt clip and it has really good sound, and it even has like a distortion knob. I mean, it isn't anything like spectacular. You know, you get what you pay for, but I haven't had any problems out of it. I like it a lot. There's like overdrive and everything, and yeah, I think that's what I meant instead of distortion. I mean, because they have a tone knob and there's a like overdrive. But it's like, I was learning Aerials by System of a Down, and it sounded pretty much just like it. I tuned it down to drop C and put on some overdrive, and I was like, do 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 do. You know, if you know the song, you know the song, and if you don't, it just sounds weird. But okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be uploading covers of songs and hopefully originals. Maybe one day. One day. I'm excited for this. And I was really nervous, and this has ended up being a really long video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and upload it all. I'm not gonna watch back over it, or I'm gonna be like, I hate my voice, and I need to cut this out, and I need to cut that out, and I don't know. But long story short, right now I'm just in my living room at a new apartment. There's like really nothing here. Sorry if the sound quality isn't the best, or if the lighting isn't the best. I'm using a webcam camera and the built-in mic in my computer. So sorry if you're like super close to my face or it makes you uncomfortable, but it's really just what I have to work with right now. I do have like a sound setup because Chris would record gaming videos, and I might link to his channel, but he's not active, so I don't know. But a good buddy of mine, Slasher Soul, is going to come over and help me with the sound setup. So well, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, que le vaya bien, may everything go well for you. Have a good day.